Hello, everybody. It is November. Nope, December. 1st of December, December 5th, 2022. I'm Drew,
I'm Tara.
and this is MELLONfights, a sports and entertainment podcast. We dabble in sports, we dabble in entertainment, we dabble in movies, we dabble in butthole talkery. Talkery? I can't say it. That's a tongue twister. Woo. Butthole talkery is what I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be. I thought buttholes were a hit, but some people don't like the beehole talk.
Mm-mm. So maybe we should move away from it for a little bit and then come back at a later date
No.
when they've
Did you get a
missed
haircut?
it. I did.
I thought I can see that. So you don't want to show off your new haircut. Instead, you want to bundle up with. You could have a new haircut with a cool, cute little outfit, but instead you're like, I'm gonna wear the bulkiest sweatshirt in town and make it. No one's gonna know I got a fresh new cut. Like, what's that?
Do I look bad on camera? You're wearing a sweatshirt
No.
too. It's a chilly day.
Look at. Have you seen me? Look at me. This is what I'm supposed to look like. You're supposed to be the looks. You're supposed to be the eye candy for this podcast. And here we are fucking fromping around in a sweatshirt the size of Toledo with a new haircut. It's kind of short. Are you happy with how short it is?
It needed to be cut.
And
it
the
was
color?
just like the color I like, the cut, the shortness. I like it. I want it to be longer, but it just doesn't grow. So
it's like more natural hair color. The most natural hair color I've seen you have in decade.
I know, if not longer.
I have no idea. It's good. It was a good choice.
Thanks.
Stick with it.
Okay.
Stick with it.
Next week I'll wear something sexy and revealing for
Today is like it looks like you're wearing a fucking Snuggie.
It's just a sweatshirt.
A big ass Snuggie ass sweatshirt.
I mean, it is kind of bulky, but
it's a Snuggie.
I feel like I need to go change quick.
No, you're fine. It's too late.
Okay.
You're gonna be fucking you can do that TikTok thing where they go, have you seen the one where it's like show yourself in a baggy outfit and then it's like a not and then a not baggy outfit?
I don't know if I have quite the bod for that.
It'll still be fun. I'll cut it together for the 2 weeks. I'll cut it together. See if it's a hit. Hit. You don't have to dress sexy or scandalous or anything. It's just TikTok trend. It might be funnier if it's not sexy to just be like, why did they do that? I'll do it too. I'll wear something a little fucking. I won't wear a sweatshirt next week.
Okay.
It is sweatshirt season. You're right, but
I know it's cold out.
I look like I'm getting ready for a wrestling match.
Yeah.
How all the wrestlers would before when they're trying to catch weight, trying to make weight. In high school, they'd be like in their sweatshirts and their hats running around, spitting in bottles, jerking each other off in the shower. I'm pretty sure that's what they did.
I'm sure any little bit of like liquid in their bodies.
Listen, if you're a good teammate, if you're a good wrestling teammate, you're going to jerk your buddy off to get him to wait, you know, because you'll be burning calories too.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's just multi-calorie burnage.
Yeah. It's a win-win.
I'll have to ask some of my old wrestling buds.
If that actually happened.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Mm-hmm.
That's a couple guys. Not because of anything other than the fact that they just want to make they just needed to make weight real bad.
Exactly.
You had a holiday party last night? Why so fucking early in the year?
Well, one of my coworkers is in college, so he has exams in the later of the month.
So they planned it around one dickhead?
He's not a dickhead. Yeah, they wanted everyone to be able to come. Because it's not like a big group of people. It's only like 10 of us.
Sure. What should make it easier just to get it? I don't know. It's pretty early. Did it feel like a holiday party?
Yeah.
Was it just at work?
No, we went to North and South, which is like a little barbecue joint.
Where?
Across from the new Costco and Wisconsin Brewing Co.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They had a nice little private room.
Did you guys get weird?
No.
What?
Um, no. I
That's
mean,
not
it
a
was a
very good.
Sunday, so most people had to work the following day.
At a
Um,
bar.
no, that's all of them have like actual jobs,
Oh, just
like full-time jobs.
not you.
Not that bartending's not an actual job, but full-time jobs.
Just not you.
Yes.
So they all got full-time jobs?
Yep.
All right.
But it was
What?
fun.
Anything
I
else
was
happen? Wait, go
I
ahead.
was dressed in a little red dress and sparkly shoes. I was very much overdressed compared to everyone else, but didn't care.
Fuck
Looked
them.
awesome.
They don't get it.
Looked sweet.
You gotta rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
Unless it's a podcast that you're trying to get the world to see. Then you're gonna frump the fuck out. The fuck?
I know.
You might as well just wear what you wore last night. Kept it on.
I need to
Walk of
start
shame
thirst
style.
trapping more.
You do. What are you doing? I can't. I'm a
Why?
grizzly old man. I actually am. I'm thirst trapping as is.
Okay.
You know, I'm a type.
You are a type. All right. I'll put more effort into my beauty.
You don't have to do that. I don't give a shit. I just think it's funny that you had a fresh cut, but a giant ass. What's up with your sweatshirt game lately? Just in general, like you got the full body zip one that Dad made fun of. It was make funnable. You got that one, which is just too big.
And then the one I wore last week, which is
something
like
was
a
up with that
long
too.
one. It's just real long. It was like the one that you said was like a Balenciaga type.
Oh yeah, you thought you were high end, like pedophile lover.
No.
Like Balenciaga, the Balenciagas. What a bunch of dumb fucks. We don't need to talk about that all, but what a bunch of morons. High fashion is the dumbest shit ever.
I know.
They all think they're so fucking cool and clever. They're dumb fucking idiots.
I agree. Like couture and shit.
This is Hanes, and I look fucking dope.
This is Charlotte Russe.
Sounds snazzy. Just
yeah.
I got a Hanes one, that exact color, looks exactly the same. Should have just went that route.
Well, this I think was
$12.
This was like $9, Drew.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Why is it so cheap?
Because Charlotte Russe has the deals.
I don't know.
Fast fashion.
Oh, it's like one of those fucking things? No,
Yeah.
That's bad, Tara. Those are bad. Everyone knows that.
I know.
What's it? Forever 21 and what's the other one? H&M?
Pretty much, yeah. Like pretty much all of the...
Yeah, that's bad news. Hanes, baby.
Probably.
Eco-friendly. This is eco-friendly. I don't remember why, but it is. I don't know if it's recycled material or something.
Did you get me one of those?
No, you didn't pick one.
I did too. I said black.
No one came and told me.
Mom told you.
She didn't. I promise. I think she's like
grievance.
I think she's like I don't need. She don't need one. But your Aunt Mary does.
Sounds about right.
So, anyway,
how was your weekend?
It was chill. I don't remember much of it. I'm trying to remember what I did. Miranda was gone for a night, so I chilled. I went and watched the Big Ten championship game at a bar. It was fine. It was
John.
Yep. And John was acting like he didn't know. John was acting like our podcast was our clips. Like he doesn't know what a fucking podcast is. I wanted to kill him. I wanted to punch him in the face. He's like, he claims like, oh, you guys didn't do my would you rather? I'm like, no, we did in the podcast, and it wasn't very good. I told him it sucked.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, it's in the podcast. He's like, no, everything I see is always like the underdog. I'm like, see, you know what a podcast is, homie. Don't.
Yeah.
You know exactly what a podcast is.
You've been on podcasts.
You've been on podcasts, John. John wants to have a podcast with me.
Yeah.
He wishes.
Come on, John.
So fuck John. He ain't going to hear this, so who cares? That's the beauty of this. We talk shit about anyone we want.
I know. That's why I was so irritated when you posted the post last week of me talking about pooping.
That was needed to be put up. It was the people that do listen were clamoring for it. They're like, is that clip going up? I'm like, I wasn't gonna, but you're all saying it, so I'm doing it.
Okay.
Miranda, Trin, both wanted it.
Oh, I'm sure.
And they got what they wanted, and nobody seemed to care.
It was funny.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want people to know about it, so yeah. I didn't put up any other. I got a couple clips I didn't put up that I still may. We'll see what we pull from this week.
Yeah, we'll see if we get
I
any
like our list this week, so
goodies.
maybe it could be a good one.
It was hard for me.
Tara, that's insane. I thought of 1,000.
I know, I did too. And it was
Oh, you
hard for
couldn't.
me to decide on how I wanted it to
I just
go.
got to 5 and said that's the 5. That's the way I roll. I'm
See, what
like,
I do is I like write down a bunch and then I'm
stupid.
like, okay, because I'm just like, brainstorming, getting the juices flowing because I don't want to miss anything.
W-
And then I try to pick five out of it and it's impossible.
Well, maybe we should do a family Zoom, record it on here like this, of
Hmm.
us as the family doing their all of it. I'll do the same thing I did with the characters. We do a bracket of it. That could be fun
Hmm.
because there's a lot. There's a lot. I'd like to see where
Yeah,
it goes. Do you want to start there, or do you got
sure.
something else, or is there anything else that caught your eye this week before we go to sports and things of that nature?
Not really because I was at
Oh,
grandma's for a good chunk of the week.
that's actually
So
that's that's
go.
let's skip to. I forgot yet. Any given Sunday. Let's start with that. Actually,
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
forgot we had you watch that. I didn't watch it.
Mhm.
I didn't watch it this week because I just watched it earlier this year, so I didn't rewatch it. And I also had forgotten. But then I was like,
Yeah,
oh, I don't have to sneak it in because I just watched it. It's kind of a long movie, so
it is a
um,
very long
I didn't
movie.
want to. I didn't have time to rewatch it, and like I didn't force myself to because I've seen it recently. Any given Sunday was Tara's movie of the week. She had to watch Oliver Stone movie. Tara, how'd you feel about Any Given Sunday?
So I thought the second half of it was much better than the first half.
Okay.
Um, it was interesting. What I liked about it is it definitely, when it first started, it was like a 90s movie where it had like the 90s people in it, right?
Yeah.
So it had like LL Cool J was in
Sure.
it and Bill Bellamy and then like Cameron Diaz was just becoming like a big thing.
Sure.
And so I was like, "Oh, this is kind of fun." But it took me a second to get used to watching it
Have you ever seen
because
an Oliver Stone movie before?
no.
Because his movies are like that. They're like hectic as fuck.
Yes. It was very hectic and it took me a while to get used to it because I just like it was almost jittery and
Oh yeah.
disorienting at times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I would say in like since it was about football players, I think some of it was like purposefully done.
For
So
sure.
you almost felt like you were a concussed football player or a disoriented football player.
Sure.
Um, but it took a second for me to get, and some of it just seemed a little disjointed at the top of it.
Okay. Yeah.
But
But once Willie takes over,
yes,
it's a dope ass movie. Am I wrong?
you're not wrong.
Uh, would you agree that Willie Beeman's a cool guy?
I would agree that Willie Beeman's a cool guy.
Willie Beeman's song.
I'm Willie Beeman.
You'd heard that song prior to that,
Yeah,
right? Because I used to
I
play it
keep
a
the
lot.
ladies creaming. Yeah,
It's so good.
yeah,
The Willie Beeman theme song. It's so
yeah.
good.
Um, so I like too that it was kind of like the different perspectives of everybody involved in like a football team. So
Yeah.
ownership, coaching, and the players and the doctors and whatever. Um, but when when Willie Beeman first like has his game where he is awesome and he
Yeah.
finally is like becoming something, and they go to that party,
Yes.
and his girlfriend's with him, and he's not really like paying that much attention to her, and because like this is the first time he's really tasted any of like that recognition or fame, and she gets so pissed so quickly, can't even let Billy like live in the moment for one
I know.
second.
And like
Like,
like having girls think he's cool and like
yeah,
throwing themselves at him.
yeah, and
Like
it's like lady, chill out. Like, give him some time to just be used to this. And it's not like he was being like a dirtbag in front of her and like loving on the chicks and stuff. He just
Right.
was, you know. So that was, I'm like, okay,
She knew it
lady.
was on the way.
Yeah,
She
she
knew it
did.
was coming.
She's like, I'm not. But then, what ended up happening with them? Did they get
What?
back together?
I don't know.
I think they did.
Okay.
I think they did. But at
All
first I
right.
was like, lady, chill out.
Those are some scenes you liked or didn't like.
I the locker room scene when Cameron Diaz comes in
The dong.
and all, the dog is just standing there.
It's a good scene.
It's a good scene, and then
It's a
they're like
good.
all in the showers, like
Yeah, that dude's got a hog on him.
he does.
It's a good scene
It
though.
it was great. That was a good scene. Um, it's so funny because Al Pacino's in it, and he's like a really good actor. But some of the stuff he does, he's so dramatic.
Yeah.
And like
The
when
one
he's
thing
like
about
getting like drunk or high or whatever, and he's just like so dramatic.
yeah, he's a nut. Here's the thing: is I like Al Pacino as a like. I just see him more as like he seems more like he would have been like a basketball coach than an NFL coach to me. Like that's the vibe I'm getting from him. He's gonna be more like a
Sure.
Lou not Lou what's his
Pat
name?
Riley.
Pat Riley, the other guy that coached at like Kentucky and Louisville. Why am I blanking on his name? He's a sleaze
Oh
bag.
yeah. Rick
Paterno,
Pitino.
Patino, God, my brain. Yeah,
Is it
Paterno.
Patino?
No, it's
Paterno?
Paterno. Or Rick Pitino. You're right.
Yeah. Joe
I
Paterno.
was saying you were right, and then I thought you
Yeah.
double corrected me. No, yeah, Rick Pitino. He's like that vibe. I feel like he's more of a
Yeah.
b-ball. You don't see that type of dude on the sideline of a football game ever. Like that's
No.
not like a football coach vibe at all. That's like the one thing I was like, this doesn't seem like a football coach, but I liked him as the coach.
Yeah. Well, in like the second half of it, like the whole game, like the important game scene, it was long. It was pretty much like 30 minutes. And he was so funny just on the sidelines and just like so dramatic with like what was going on, everything that happened. He was just like, like chill out, too. Um, what else? The Slimeball Doctor,
Yeah.
terrible. But it's like, oh, yep. You kind of saw all the corruption that goes on with football teams as well, where it's just like slimy slime balls and these players putting their lives on the line. And there's like a lot of talk about like brain stuff and
Oh yeah.
injury.
There's a reason there's no actual NFL like teams in it and stuff because there's no way
Yeah,
NFL was going to sign off on that.
no.
Like they just weren't going to sign off on like the truth.
No kidding.
It's funny. It aged really pretty well, honestly. Like,
I think so too.
it could
It's like,
the exact same movie could come out this year.
definitely.
I feel like.
I think so too.
Like none of it feels like it's changed. Nothing's changed. Maybe.
No, not at all. I mean, just look at the Tua thing that happened this year.
Sure.
It's like
Absolutely.
nothing has changed. And then, like, how about Jack's wife? Like, when he's like, this is going to be my last year. I'm struggling. I'm injured. And she was like, you're a football player. This is not, you've got at least 3 good years left in you. And it's like, where is this coming from?
She was such
like,
a bitch.
Such a bitch. And then
It made no sense.
slaps him.
I was like,
no.
what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That's not really what would have happened. That was pretty inaccurate. Most wives would be like, just quit. What the fuck are you still doing this for?
Especially
like I didn't buy that at all.
No, especially when it was like, talking about going in the booth type of thing, getting into the like, the media part of it. And he's like, we have money, we don't have to worry about it. And she just freaks out and slaps him. I'm like, who is this? Like, this is so weird.
It didn't make any sense.
No.
The football scenes are good.
they're fun. But again, like it's kind of like, oh, I wonder if this is what it's really like to play football, where you're like kind of
I think it kind of
disoriented.
is.
Yeah,
I think it is. Like when you play football, like I played football growing up, obviously not at the same level, but everything's kind of like all of a sudden the game's just kind of over. Like, man, what the fuck happened there?
yeah.
Like, kind of mayhem. People are getting hurt. Fingers are I never had my fucking eyeball pop out.
How ridiculous was that? Then it's like all of a sudden it shows them and there's like no eyeball in there, and then it goes over
Yeah,
to the eyeball on the
yeah,
ground,
that's a really
and
funny
then
scene.
they like put it in a bag.
Yeah, but like the broken finger shit, I broke a thumb on like the first play of a fucking game, like
Yeah,
on a kickoff, and I had a broken thumb for the like where I couldn't move my hand for the rest of the game.
that's
You know
crazy.
that happens. That was just at the high school level where like I can't even imagine at the NFL level, like with the crowd and the noise in the stadium and shit. Like, it probably is that disorienting.
Yeah,
That's why I get it when some of these quarterbacks are just fucking terrible. It's like, it takes a certain kind of dude. That a guy like Zach
yeah.
Wilson doesn't have that brain to
Mm-mm.
hark on Zach Wilson. And that's why a guy like the Deshaun Watson thing, like, we don't have to talk about how much of a dirtbag he is and like him coming back and how fucking poorly handled it was. But like they paid him all that money and he may never be the same again. Like his
Right.
brain is going to be like he may never think the same way again because of this
Exactly.
experience.
Yeah.
Like it's been 2 years without playing a football game. It's like, what are you guys idiots? The answer is yes.
Yes.
I hate that they won yesterday.
I know. I was really hoping they wouldn't.
Though I was proud of the defense. That was cool that the defense did it. It's like, fuck you. We
Yeah.
don't even need you shitty
We don't need
quarterback.
you to score
But
a
guess what?
touchdown.
Jacoby Brissett would have won that game. No
Mm-hmm.
problem.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
I
Mm-mm.
don't understand why they didn't just go the rest of the year without him. Just like do it.
Right? Because
Let
what's
it
he
play
back
out
for? Like,
to not make the playoffs.
yeah,
But technically they're in the hunt.
which is
Back to the movie.
crazy.
Back to the movie.
Um,
Cameron Diaz sucks as an actress. I thought she was the worst part of the movie.
she's so bad. Not good. Like when she was like fighting with him, with
Yeah.
Tony, it
She's a bad
it
actress.
felt so bad every time. I'm like, okay,
She's also
like,
very bad in that movie where she's like the mom with the two daughters that we talk about, like where one of them
oh,
is
my
sick.
sister's keeper.
Sister's Keeper. She's a
Yeah,
terrible actress in that too.
yeah, she's not a good actress.
She went real hard for it in both of those movies, and she stinks.
Yeah, she's better in like comedy movies.
This was kind of the beginning of Jamie Foxx's coming out party,
Yeah, he did a
and
really
anything
good
that
job.
like outside of like that was like more mainstream. Like he was in some movies, certain type of movie there for a while, and then like
Yeah,
this was the first time he kind of was in like a serious role, and he kind of fucking was awesome in it.
yeah, I liked him a lot in it. Um,
What about Dennis Quaid?
he was good.
What's up with Dennis Quaid's
He
career
just
nowadays,
was.
though?
I know.
His like weird like quasi Christian movies, basically, like A Dog's
All
Purpose.
the dog's purpose.
No, but there's other ones too where it's like, hold on, let me pull up his IMDb. Say what you're gonna
Wasn't
say
he
about him.
in one with
Say what you're gonna say
Jennifer
about him.
Gardner
Yeah,
about like a I don't know. I don't remember. I was just gonna say he just wasn't giving me quarterback vibes.
I mean, he was supposed to be like I don't even know how old he is in this movie, but he's supposed to be
39
like
is what he's supposed to be.
39.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like Brady-ish, but he's more
No,
like
he's like Rogers.
almost like a Steve Young type like vibe, like
Mm-hmm.
size wise. Like he's not a
Yeah.
huge dude. But yeah, he was in like Blue Miracle, American Underdog.
Isn't that the Kurt Warner story?
Yeah, but they're like, and that's like a Christian-y movie.
Oh yeah.
The Dog's Journey. There's like 3 of those different dog ones, and it's weird. He's got a weird career right now. I don't know what his deal is.
I don't know. Maybe he fell into the church or something.
Maybe. don't have a problem with it. It just is a weird. He's probably making tons of money though.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of money in Christian movies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got?
What else? The Dallas jerseys, the Dallas Knights jerseys were so bad.
I
Of
think
like,
all I think all the colors in team jerseys were terrible.
yes, I was
They were
sitting there.
terrible.
I was trying to figure it out because I'm like, is this supposed to be the NFL or is this like a different league? Because it was just everything looked just not great.
Shitty.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like as good as like Arena League football.
No.
It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever did the design on the jerseys and stuff fucked up.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Like did a terrible job designing them.
And then even the like stadiums look like shit.
Yeah.
So I was just like a little bit confused about that.
Yeah, it's like they didn't get the vibe of that at all.
Mm-mm.
Because it's definitely supposed to be the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they didn't catch the tone of like the look of it at all. It did not feel like I was watching. I think that the replacements did a better job of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely felt more like arena football type vibe.
Or XFL.
Yeah.
XFL was kind of came out, right? That might have been the year XFL came out. Or the year after. So, that might have been what the vibe was. I was trying to give an XFL vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Make it feel like XFL, but
That's
movie.
funny.
I don't know. You got anything else from it?
I liked the end and how Tony's leaving Miami and they're not knowing what he's doing. And then he's like, but I'm going to be the new expansion team coach for Albuquerque. Yeah. And I'm bringing Willie along with me.
Yeah, that's a great ending.
And everyone's like, what?
It's such, no. And then the reporter that was like kind of on him all the time was like, whoa, yeah. He like dug it.
Yeah.
I feel like I think like Cameron Diaz even
she didn't mind. She was like, yeah, that's
nice,
you.
Nice. Well, because she wanted control of the team and
yeah.
But also like taking Beeman was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good ending. Well, the big thing from that movie though is the big speech he does.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the speech? Did you know the speech prior to this? Because they play that stuff all the time.
No, I liked it.
You don't know it? I had like douches, like dudes I went like buddies. Bobby. I feel like Bobby loved it. Bobby was the type of dude. Not that he's a douche, but like other douche. There were other douches on the team that were super into it, but they loved to play that speech like before like our games, I was like, this fucking is lame. This is not pumping me up.
No, and what's interesting about that is I liked it in this movie because for some reason I feel like it works in movies, but in real life I don't think it works that well.
Absolutely.
Because I had a coach who I don't know if he ever played basketball, but the only reason he coached was so he could do like these pre-game inspirational speeches that were terrible and boring. And they don't work in real life. Unless maybe there's somebody who's like super inspiring that does one. And there's very few people out there that probably are like that.
No, not these like ones that don't sound like something real, like someone would talk in real life.
Right.
Like, game inches. Like I like it as like as a performance piece, like as a piece of art or something like that. But like like I said, when they would play it, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like I am so unpumped up right now. Right. I was like, I'm on a team with a bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think of other ones, like any of that. Like they'll do that at football games or in fourth quarter. Like they'll play it at baseball. They'll play things like that, where it's the big speech. And I was like, this doesn't move me as a fan either. Like stop it. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. This thing they play before every game, and our team's lost 10 games in a row. Like, why are we still playing this dumb thing?
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sort of shit. So, yeah, we didn't win a game our senior year. That was really helping us. I think it probably was killing us. It's like, this is stupid. I hate my team.
Right. You gotta come together.
Maybe we all should just fucking play better football. That's what I wanted. My coach coming like, hey, dickheads. Stop being a bunch of pussies out there.
Yeah.
I play with pussies. Until I got benched.
And then you sat with a bunch of pussies.
Then I sat and watched a bunch of pussies.
Oh, God.
Undeserved benching, by the way, guys. Undeserved. I was a star. I wasn't bad, I'd say that much.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just move. Or wait, hold on. You got to rate this bitch. What do you rate this movie, Tara? What do you rate Any Given Sunday? You didn't have anything planned again.
No, I suck. I always forget that part. 4 out of 8 inches.
Excuse me?
4 out of 8 inches.
Excuse me? What is your ranking for this?
4 out of 8 donger inches.
I was wondering at first. I was like, when you first said it, I was like, because he's talking about every inch matters.
Oh,
in his little fucking speech.
Yeah.
But you're talking about the dong
Yeah.
of the dude. You're only giving him 8 inches? I think it was bigger.
Well, it was sleepy at the time. So,
That's true.
I mean, I'm sure it would be much bigger once it.
Hog. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think just going to be like, I don't know, 3 first downs or something. I don't know. 4 out of 8. I feel like your ratings include dongs a lot, Tara. What's your deal? This isn't your first rating with a dong involvement.
Really?
Yeah. It's definitely
okay,
not.
I'll switch it.
No, it's just 4 out of 8 inches. That's fine.
4 out of 8 inches. Yeah.
So it's a half good movie?
5 out of 8.
I'm so confused by your
5 out of 8 inches.
I don't understand your ratings ever.
If I was just doing a star, I would say 6 out of 10 stars.
So why not just make that 3 out of 4?
3 out of 4 inches.
Just leave it as is. I'm fine with your inches. I'm just confused.
I'm the worst. Okay, next time I watch a movie, I'll make sure I write myself a note, come up with a good rating system, because you're not quick on your feet, girl.
No. I would agree.
Okay.
Let's move on to, I mean, we might as well stick with football and then go back to our list.
Okay.
So football over the weekend was week 13, right? Week 13. I fucked up. I shouldn't have got greedy. I should have just stuck with my I don't know why I went money line. I wasn't going money line all year, and I pushed. When if I just would have stuck with my plus 2.5, I would have covered. I would have doubled my fucking money and went to the bank, baby. Instead, I got greedy. Tara.
I know.
I got greedy and I pushed. At least it was only a push.
Yeah.
So I still don't have an L. There's still no 1 in that L column.
Yeah.
Well, so keep riding me. Tara, maybe fade Tara this week.
Yeah.
Tara, your team did not play well.
Well, let's first say I covered for my Monday night game.
You did cover your Monday night game. Nice cover.
Thank you.
Nice cover.
And then,
which made you 6-2-1.
And then this week I was a big fat loser.
The Titans
I was so wrong.
The Titans got dominated. Philly might be good.
They are good.
Philly might be good. We might have stopped saying they're frauds.
Yeah, they are not frauds. They figured out their run defense, so kudos to them. Mm-hmm. And they're good.
They're good. So you're now 6-3-1.
Not great.
Not a great record. I am now 9-0-2. Not bad. Still not bad. I'm not going to get greedy this week. I was doing the pick while I did it, and I changed my mind, and I changed my bet all in the moment. I'm not doing that this week. Okay. I got to follow my original gut instinct.
Would that have won?
Yeah, they tied. They were getting 2.5. Oh, yeah. It would have covered.
What a game.
Would have covered no problem.
What a game.
Fuck. But as a whole, here's as a whole, a butthole. I just got to throw it in there since we're America's #1 butthole podcast.
Mm-hmm.
as a whole, here's my big takeaways from the week. I'll give you my takeaways from this week.
Okay.
Number one, Eagles and the Cowboys are the class of the East. Whoever wins their upcoming game is probably the best in the NFL.
Yep.
I would say best in the NFL, the East for sure, but maybe the NFL. They're both playing very good. I will
Yeah.
say the Eagles game against the Colts, not the same as what the Cowboys did to them. Cowboys
No.
fucking slaughtered them.
Yeah.
That
But
was
in
nice.
the fourth quarter.
Well, I mean, they were winning
Yeah.
prior to that too, but then they just laid it
Annihilated
on
them.
thick in the fourth.
Yes.
That was fun. They scored like 35 points in the fourth quarter.
I know, it was awesome.
It could have been more. They kept trying to get that last touchdown into the 50s, and they kept getting it called back. I was enjoying watching it. The Cowboys are good, despite Dak being just okay for them. Their run game is awesome. Their defense is very good.
Their run game is awesome.
So I'm excited. I always enjoy their Salvation Army celebrations in the pot. The Salvation Army bucket.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my big takeaway from the NFC. Other than that, the Bengals are peaking at the right time. They're kind of coming back.
Yep.
Though the Ravens have been a little overrated all year, in my opinion, after the first couple weeks. So, what do you got?
Jimmy G's injury sucks.
It does suck.
Because that team was fun to watch. They were really rolling, having fun on the field. Their backup did a really nice job, though, which was
he's got an
fun.
Interesting story.
So hopefully they can keep rolling. They were talking about how they should get Baker Mayfield in there, and I'm like,
nah.
He's not going to do anything for you, and he's not good for the locker room.
Hold on. Fucking stupid ass fucking ESPN ad. I hate it. Yes, just go with the rookie. He played good. He was serviceable.
Yep.
He doesn't have to do a lot. He just has to throw short passes to these guys.
Yeah.
They all do the rest.
Exactly. They have so many weapons that can do so much on offense.
That was
you started making a face that I didn't know what you were doing.
Nothing.
But yeah,
I was just letting you talk.
Because, I mean, Debo, Christian, Kittle, they all are very skillful.
Yeah, it's hard for me to put the Niners in that top level just because their quarterback situation is so fucking. But Baker Mayfield isn't the answer. Do not bring him in.
No.
How would they bring him in the first place? I don't even know. They didn't cut him, did they?
They did cut him.
No. So I guess if they need if he's going to be backup, sure.
Well, they don't know if he'll even get to them because he has to. Once there's waivers, there's so many teams ahead of them that.
Well, they're gonna have to bring somebody in. They can't go in with just their fucking rookie quarterback. They got to have somebody else there.
Yeah.
They'll have to get somebody else there.
Definitely.
But he played good enough. We'll see what happens. Speaking of that injury, I thought for sure Trevor Lawrence's season was done.
I know.
And all of a sudden he comes out. I was like, that was a bummer because he was just starting to play good.
I thought his knee was totally ripped apart after that.
It was crazy. It was crazy that he came back out and played without any signs of injury.
I know. It's just weird how one thing, because Jimmy G got stepped on and his foot broke. And then Trevor Lawrence pretty much twisted his knee off. And he was like, I'm good.
Yeah. There's a lot of quarterback injuries yesterday.
Yeah, Lamar.
A lot of quarterback injuries and almost injuries. Patrick Mahomes at the end of the game. So he's dinged.
Well, I don't know. Because I know that there was going to be a press conference where they talked about what Lamar's thing was all about, but it started around the time that we started. So I don't know.
I was hearing that it was going to be maybe a couple weeks. Not season ending. I can pull it up real quick. Talk about more football while I pull it up.
Joe Burrow's pretty darn good. He's fun to watch, and I like the Bengals. I want Joe Burrow's team to do well because he seems like a cool dude.
Yeah, it's just
Also,
week to
did
week for
you
Lamar.
okay. Also, did you see it was Barstool put it on Instagram. I think it was part of my take. They put it on Instagram, and it was a girl who supposedly just got her wisdom teeth out, and she was like crying because she loved Joe Burrow, and like he was dating someone else, so she had no chance with them or something like that. And it was kind of like she was on pain meds, so she was saying like really ridiculous things. Do you see that?
No.
Well, let me just tell you, it was so fake.
Fake?
What she was saying was it was like kind of a funny bit, but like it wasn't real.
Oh, it wasn't like an actual one of
No,
those
for
things.
one, if you've ever had your wisdom teeth out, the camera was below her and was recording below her. And then she would kind of look down. If you just got your wisdom teeth out, blood is going to come pouring out of your mouth if you're like start looking down. Because it happened to me. I ruined a coat.
Oh, wow.
And like there was, you just could tell it wasn't real,
Let
but
me
it was
watch it. Let me
funny.
decide for
Okay.
myself. Let me decide for
All
myself.
right.
Well, I don't know what to look up. Joe Burrow,
Um,
wisdom, teeth,
sure.
girl.
Hmm.
Let's see how hilarious it is.
It's not
Let's see how
hilarious.
hilarious it is. Let's see. It says, that's what it says. Bengal fan post hilarious post wisdom teeth surgery video.
Oh, okay.
We played the Titans on Sunday. The birthday isn't even a sure thing. That one.
Fake.
Hmm.
First of all, why should she be holding their own camera
Right.
with her wisdom teeth out, like perfectly? Not real. Why are
No.
people fucking liars?
Right?
Is anyone else calling out as fake?
Yes, I saw it in the account. I'm like, this is so fake. And then I was like, I want to see what other people are saying. And people are like, this is fake.
Fake as fuck.
Yeah.
Don't be fake.
Mm-mm.
I'll kill you.
Oh, God.
I'll fuck you up. You fake fuck. I don't know. I'm just saying weird shit. I'm a little fucking tired. Any other NFL for this week that you took from it before I move on to our picks of the week?
No, but can we talk college at all or no?
If you want to.
I just want to say Graham Mertz entered the transfer portal.
Yeah, nobody
So
cares but us, but yeah, it's a good
hopefully
thing.
that means no more Graham.
No more Graham Mertz. We are not sad.
No.
But that's not that interesting for anyone to listen to, so we're not going to talk about it a bunch. College football playoff is set.
Mm-hmm.
How lame is the college football playoff this year?
So lame.
Two of the teams in just lost their conference championship. How fucking boring is that?
Right?
Imagine if the Badgers lost their conference championship.
They would
They
never
wouldn't
get
be
in. Never.
Never in a million years. There was years where if they were going to win it, they were acting like a 2-loss Alabama team should get it over them.
Exactly.
Like, fuck off.
It's so
fuck
ridiculous.
off. It's bullshit. Not that I want Alabama and Ohio State to sneak back in, because I don't. I don't want that either, but it's like lame.
Yeah.
It's like, what a terrible final. I don't know if this is the final year or next year. I don't know when they're switching to the 12 team, but like, oh God, like to have two teams that just lost their conference championship game. For Michigan game was looking questionable there for a minute.
Yeah.
To have those two teams go to in the playoff is a joke.
I know.
Like, it's terrible.
It's
just a bad year. It's a bad year.
Yeah, it's definitely a bad year. I'm just glad Alabama didn't get in with the 2 losses and no like statement wins.
No, absolutely.
Because I could see him doing it. I could just see him doing it.
Like, what a terrible college football playoff.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't because like they don't have Alabama. I hate having Alabama. I just like having teams go that didn't win the conference championship. Normally I'm pissed like when it's like 2 SEC teams get in and one of them didn't win the conference championship. Right. I'm like, this is bullshit. But now it seems that they didn't even win their fucking shitty conference.
I know.
The Pac-12 and the Big 12 are not good.
No.
Neither's the Big 10, but it sucks. It's really a boring, annoying thing. Let's move on real quick. Let's get our
Okay.
picks in because we don't have
Oh
time.
God, I haven't even looked. Yeah.
You're not
Okay,
supposed
okay.
to look.
I know.
This is better for you because you're overthinking it before you get there, and you're picking the Titans who got fucking bombed.
I know.
Melon Dog's underdog pick of the week, Tara.
Melon dogs.
We got to get it going here. We got to get it going.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get cocky this week
Oh my
because these pushes been driving me fucking bonks. What do you got for me? Underdog pick of the week. Underdog pick of the week. Underdog pick of the week.
Man.
Wow, that's a big fucking spread there against that Cowboy game.
I
there.
know. It's insane.
shit.
16
But, like,
and a half.
But honestly, like,
After
I'm not touching
last
that.
no.
I'm not touching that.
After last night. Man, I don't like any underdogs.
Tara, you have to like one.
Okay. I'll do
What's your underdog pick of the week?
my underdog pick of the week is oh God.
Dead air. You
It's
may
gonna
have to add it.
it's gonna be Tampa Bay plus 3.5 against the San Francisco 49ers. I know
Explain yourself.
I was just saying nice things about the 49ers and how they still looked good, but Tom Brady's from that area and it's like a home game for him, and I think that it was the only one I liked this week.
What else you got? I can't pick a clip out of that.
Um,
Sell me, Tara. I don't know. You don't understand. I've been trying to explain this to you for weeks. Sell me the fuck on this game. Sell me on it.
I don't
Buy it.
like it.
Talk yourself into it. Fucking start talking me into it. You gotta sell me on it.
I think they're gonna be feeling high on themselves because like this week they're playing one of their arch rivals, and I think they're gonna beat them, and they're gonna start rolling because they need to make the playoffs.
Why is this one of their arch rivals?
This week they're playing one of their arch rivals, and I think they're gonna win.
Who?
Tonight.
Oh, they're the Monday night game? Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay is playing the Saints, which is their arch rival, and I think that they're going to get their juices flowing because they're going to beat them, and they're just going to keep rolling on into San Francisco, where Tom Brady is. Is he even from there? Am I making shit up?
I don't know where he's from. Tara, here's how you fucking sell
it.
I'm gonna sell you. I'm gonna sell your game for you because that's the one
Okay.
I was gonna take, but it's not mine. So I'm gonna sell. 49ers are starting the last picked player from last year's draft, from the draft. Mystery relevant. That's their starting quarterback. Like, how are they favored over anybody? Like, that's
Right.
insane to me. Like, Tampa Bay does have Tom Brady. That's what I agree. They do have Tom Brady. I don't care if he's from there. They have Tom Brady. They're starting to play better. He actually hasn't been playing bad this year.
No.
And the 49ers are starting fucking some guy named Poopy Purdy or some shit. I don't know. It's for Cole Purdy. I don't know his name. Brad. What's his name? Brock Purdy. That's who they're starting at quarterback. I don't care how good all the position players are. You shouldn't be favored with that guy as your starting quarterback. I know they're at home and they have a better record than the Buccaneers, but they couldn't prepare. They weren't able to prepare for Purdy this week.
Right.
Next week, though, they're going to have time to go like, okay, this guy doesn't know how to do shit.
Right.
Let's just fucking have this in the game plan. That's how you sell it.
That's what I was thinking, but I just couldn't.
Sell it.
That's what I was thinking.
Let me hear you say the same shit back to me. Let's hear you say it. Let's hear you say it. Let's hear you sell that.
Yeah. So I am picking the Buccaneers 3.5.
No, you suck.
I'm picking.
You don't have to do the Buccaneers plus 3.5 against the Niners. Just sell me. I don't need the whole thing.
Okay.
Like,
okay. So this is why I'm picking it. Who is Brock Purdy? Who is he? Nobody even knows who Brock Purdy is. Oh, yeah, wait. Now I remember he was the last person picked in the draft. He's Mr. Irrelevant. So what are we going to do? We're going to give him a win? What the hell? How are we giving him a win? How are they being favored when, like, he's the quarterback, the most important position on the team? And oh, what quarterback are they playing? Tom Brady. Yeah, you heard me right. Tom Brady. He is the GOAT. He is the man. He's starting to play better. His team's starting to rally. Oh, and guess what? They're going to win tonight. And then that's just going to get him even more jacked up to go in to what could probably be like his hometown and win this mother freaking game. You know what that is,
That's
Drew?
how you sell a game, Tara. Tara, what is it?
That's a lock.
What was that? You
I don't know.
Crushed it and then blew it at the end. What was that lock?
It's a lock.
The way you said it, the way you moved it?
Okay, it's a lock. It's a lock. It's a
That's good.
lock.
Tara, that's what I want from you every week. If that means you got to pick the game the night before to give me that much like excitement out of it and fun, I need that from you.
All right,
that was
I'll
beautiful.
do that. I'll do that.
If you need me to feed you why it's a lock, I can do that too.
Because I pretty much knew why I felt it, but I just get nervous.
All right. Well, now I got to pick a team because that was the one I liked. All right, man. There's not a lot I like. You're not wrong. Underdog pick of the week. I am 9-0-2, and I don't know, man. I don't like any of these teams.
Mm-mm.
Here's what I think. Here's what I'm going to go with. I think that let me check something quick. Nope. Man, that's tough, Tara. You kind of got some good stuff going on there. These teams all suck.
Mm-hmm.
Or I just don't like it.
I know.
Okay.
Oh,
here's what
God.
I'm gonna do.
I just saw
What's
one.
That you like?
That I'm surprised about.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Minnesota
here's where I'm at
as an underdog.
Shish it. Oh, yeah, it's a 1-point game, though.
Yeah.
Minnesota at Lions have been scoring a lot of points. Minnesota's a 1-point dog. That is a 1-point dog. Maybe. That's not the one I saw. Here's the one I like. LA Chargers at home +3 against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are very inconsistent, if you ask me.
Yeah.
The Chargers are at home. There's a throw that Herbert made in that game that was bonkers. I don't know if you saw it, Tara.
Mm-mm.
It was fucking on the run, money, back shoulder to Keenan Allen, dropped it right there. It was a beautiful thing. I think that they're kind of like Keenan's been back for a while now. He's starting to get healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Herbert and him have a nice thing going. Eckler seems to be fully healthy again. He played pretty good yesterday. And I think the Dolphins are kind of been figured out a little bit. They're not super healthy. Their offensive line is a little dinged up.
And Tua's a little dinged too. So I like the Chargers at home, not because there's any sort of home field advantage there, but I like the Chargers +3 at home on Sunday Night Football. That's my pick, Tara. Is it lockable? Yeah, it's very lockable. Lock that shit up. Lock it up. Chargers +3. Herbert, I'm a believer now. I took Herbert early in the year. It fucked me. He got hurt. He was hurt. He had like oblique pain. Mm-hmm.
But he's actually like healthy now too.
Yeah.
I love it. Chargers +3. Dolphins teetering out of not making teetering on the edge of the playoffs. Maybe don't make it. We'll see. As much as people have been jacking them off this year, they might not be that good. I think they are good. I think they have a good thing going, but I think they're going to lose this game.
All right. I don't mind it.
All right. let's move on real quick. We don't have a ton of time. We
Okay.
have emails and our lists, and we only have about 23 minutes left
Okay.
because our life is getting ruined by people with responsibilities. So Tara, our list this week is top 3 plus opening credit scenes for a TV show. Top 3 plus, and we're doing 5.
Yes.
So we'll start with, I'll let you go first with your number 5.
My number 5 best opening credits is True Blood.
True Blood.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like here's one thing I'll say. First, tell me why True Blood, and then I'll tell you.
Okay. It was one of those credit scenes that had a really good song in it, but then also had like some cool visual aids that went along with it. Mm-hmm. And the song really got you in the mood for the show. It just, because it's one of those shows that's kind of vibey, and it got you right in that mood.
Vague much?
Are
you being vague much?
What do you mean?
It's cool song, cool visually. Like, what about it? Like, I don't know what's going on. I can't remember it at all. What about it's cool?
Oh, so it just had like creepy stuff happening in
I remember the song now. I remember the song.
Yeah, when you
it's a cool
walked
song.
in, the air came out. Yeah, super cool song. And then like it would have like a wolf's head, and then all of a sudden maggots ate it, and it would like go really into like super fast motion, seeing all like the maggots eating the dead head and whatever. So yeah.
Cool. Here's what I was gonna say was we could have honestly just done a list that was top 5 HBO opening credits because they have like
there's tons.
All of their opening credits are like sick.
I know.
I had trouble.
There's like people
putting my things in. What?
I was just thinking again. There's like people like getting like exercised and stuff.
Lady, I'd moved on.
Okay, sorry.
I had moved on.
You wanted more.
But I had already moved on.
Okay.
There were people getting exercised.
Yeah.
Exercise the demons. My number 5. I was saying it was hard for me. I think my top 5 will show my 90s-ness.
Sure.
A lot of it, I will say. But my number 5 is the opening credits to Pete and Pete. Pete and Pete was awesome opening credits. You got to meet the cast, and it was just this fun, like very early 90s, late 80s type tune.
Yeah.
And it was just Pete and Pete. It was like a music. It was basically a music video.
Yeah.
I don't remember who sang the song. Hold on. Pete. Was by, why am I blanking on who it was? There it is. Polaris is the name of the band. But it was real cool. It was like
it was cool.
Here's what I'm gonna say is
show was cool.
Here's what I'm gonna say: 90s theme songs were the best theme songs. Like 80s, 70s, 60s, stuff like that. They were cool. It was like they're like very memorable, obviously, but they're very much like theme songs. Where I feel like the 90s, it was like they changed it up a bit. It was like a real song. It wasn't just like a fun little ditty or catchy tune. It was like and then nowadays it's like kid shows don't have cool fucking theme songs.
No, there's so many good ones.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Game of Thrones.
Oh, HBO again. She goes back to back. HBO, Game of Thrones.
I mean, so it was really cool because it would always show you like the maps of like King's Landing, and that was one where, you know, we could have, if we recorded it, we could have skipped over it, but I never chose to skip over it because I wanted to watch it. Again, it like got you in the mood to watch the show, and it just like took you to this world.
And the song's epic.
The song is epic. Here comes
my boner. Here comes a boner. Here comes a boner.
Exactly. It's
No,
so
yeah,
good.
that's it's great. No doubt.
Yes.
It could have been on my list. It could have been on
Diddle
my
dee
list.
dee, diddle dee dee. Yeah. So good.
Yeah, I got you psyched for the show.
Yes. You're like,
Yeah, the
okay.
new one on House of Dragons, fucking, it does it. It does it. It just isn't
Mm,
as good. It doesn't hit the same.
mm.
I don't like it as much, mostly because I don't care about the show that much. But it doesn't hit quite the same. My number 4 opening credit theme is it goes a little something like this. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground, I spent most of my days. It almost was my number 1. I think technically it's
Yeah.
probably the most well known, where people can sing the entire thing and they'll just break into it anytime. It could be number 1, but it's not my number 1. I do like it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because the slap I'm taking a little bit off of it,
Oh,
holding it
okay.
against Willie Boy. I'm
Yeah.
not. I don't care about that at all.
It's so
But
good.
yeah, so the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme could be number 1. Is it on your list?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. But it is my number 4. It could have been as high as number 1, but we can talk about it more when we get to your 3.
Okay.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ooh, that is good.
So freaking good.
That's
like
very
the
good.
song that you wanted to sing along with it. It kind of teaches you about SpongeBob.
I think it's right there with the Fresh Prince song where everyone knows the whole thing. Where
Yeah.
they'll sing along with it.
Every time.
Adult people that are adults now and kids, both alike. Generational, spans gens.
Yes, it's so freaking good.
Yeah, I love it's good. I'm with you.
That's it's like you just hear like, oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? And it's just, you have to do the whole thing.
This was a hard list.
It was, because there were so many that I was like, I don't know.
I know, we could have done a top 10. We could have done a top 10.
We definitely could have.
My number 3 top opening credit theme is, it goes a little something like this, Tara. Do you have it? Do you have it?
Guts.
Don't step on my guts. What
Sorry.
the fuck? Why are you stepping on my shit all the time?
I'm not trying to.
Let me spit out. You didn't even let me get to the punchline. Nickelodeon Guts.
So good.
Was the bomb. And it was like, it's playing and it's showing them do stuff. I'm going to come back to that later when I talk about my number 1, but shows them doing all their things. And then Mike O'Malley starts talking and like introducing them with all these cool nicknames he gave them. Like the opening song into them introducing all the players for the week. Yeah. Guts was awesome. 90s. I said 90s.
Oh my gosh.
Had the best themes, man. They were like really legit. Did. You got psyched. SpongeBob SquarePants started in the 90s. Pretty sure it's 99.
Yeah.
So we'll count that as a 90s one. Fresh Prince, I think the first year was in the 90s. I don't think it was the 80s.
No, it was the 90s.
So, do you have it? Guts. So good.
So
what's
good.
Your number 2?
My number 2 is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I
think I know your number 1 then. I think you know your number 1.
The song, awesome.
Yeah.
Because he's telling you the story about how he's going to Bel-Air, and it's it's just like a little, just a fun little mini short
It's like a little, and it reminds you every single time he's a fish out of water in this rich world, and it like almost made the show better that you got to remember how he got there every single time.
Exactly.
You know, something about that is awesome.
It's just so fun. Smell you later, like just everything.
It's so good. And it's like so 90s. Like the way they dress and the way it's filmed, it's great. It's great.
I love it. And it's like he took a cab from West Philadelphia to Bel-Air.
He took a cab across country. I love it. Same cab he took the whole way. I mean, that would be more expensive than flying.
I know.
Just fly.
Right?
Maybe he's afraid of flying. Did we ever find that out?
We didn't find it out.
My number 2 is an HBO one. I had a lot I could have choose from. I tried to mix it up. I didn't necessarily. I kind of wanted to keep it mixed up a little bit. I didn't want a bunch of HBO shit. It was hard. Sopranos was in the mix. Game of Thrones was in the mix. A couple other ones were in the mix. But I did go with Oz was in the mix. But The Wire. The Wire's opening credits theme, and the song is so good. Anyone who watches The Wire knows that the opening credits are the fucking shit. Like, you get excited about it.
Yeah.
And there's it changes every season. Like,
Oh.
it was like one of the first shows to do that sort of thing, and it's really very good. It's the type of thing. So the first season, it's one person singing it. The second season, someone else is singing the exact same song, and you're bummed. You're like, "What? This sucks."
Mhm.
You're like, "I missed the old one," and then by the end, you're like, "This is better." It's one of those sort of things. And actually, speaking of that, I'm going to touch on that. White Lotus's new theme song is total fire. Total
Oh.
fire. It's amazing. The old one was great, and then they played the new one. We're like, "What the fuck?" And then you fucking fall in love with it.
I
think
still
this is
have to
something
watch
to
it.
email about. Something to email. Let's do our number ones quick, and then move on to emails and get out of here.
All right. My number one is Bosch. Just kidding. I just thought of that. I just thought of it. I'm like, that
Bosch
gets
is
you in the
good.
mood. That gets you in the mood.
Yeah.
But no.
What's the real
my
number
number one overall is The Office.
I knew that was going to be your answer.
So
It's probably my number 6. It probably should have been my number 1.
yeah, I couldn't decide if I was gonna make it my number one but I did, and it's because for our family, it's just every time The Office would come on, one of us would have to dance to the entire theme, to the entire credits, and
since the second season. I don't think we did it the first season, but the second season we did start doing it. Like, we watched it all live. We would watch it together live every time.
Exactly. And like sometimes you would get the short version of it, and sometimes you'd have the long version, and you weren't sure.
Sometimes like, am I gonna be dancing for like how long do I have to dance for?
Yeah. So like part of me, I'm like, I know that it kind of just shows you little scenarios that happen in The Office and stuff like that, but sometimes I didn't even watch because I was just dancing.
Yep. Yep. No,
great song.
It should have been. It could have been on my list, and it because of what it meant to. It's an awesome opening.
Yep.
It's like a feel good opening.
Mm.
Maybe one of the best feel good openings, and then it just meant a lot to our family as well. Even when we moved away, we had a rule where one of us had to do it.
Yes.
So there's always someone dancing to it.
Mm-hmm.
My number one, Tara. My number one. Hold on. I'm gonna see if you know it. This was the 90s. This opening theme song. The amount of times I listened to this opening theme was, I don't know, endless. For those that don't know, it seems like Tara doesn't know or give a shit.
Football?
No, that's Sports Center.
Oh,
that is the Sports Center song, Tara. I would fall asleep and wake up to that 10 times throughout the night. They used to do sport. They don't even do it like that anymore. They kind of play it as they come in when Scott Van Pelt starts talking, but it was like it would play for every single episode, and they'd have highlights from the night playing over top, and you get to excited like, oh, I get to see that. It was like a montage of what you were gonna see for the night, and they played the Sports Center theme song. It was awesome. It was amazing. It's the greatest theme song ever. It was in the mix. I thought Monday Night Football had a shot. Monday Night Football had a shot. I just wiped it out. I said I can't have two sports things.
Okay.
But it was very much a lot like Why Guts is great, where it's like you get a montage of them doing shit while you hear that great just theme song. Very 90s as well.
Yeah.
The fact that you didn't know that was the Sports Center music Tara, is a little shameful. I
didn't watch Sports Center
ever
that much. Not that much.
Oh, can I tell you a little story about the boys of the 90s? The boys that grew up in the 90s, we probably heard that song 5 times a night. We would just have it on. If you were hanging with your buddies, it would just go play over and over again. If you were up late, you'd leave it on. You'd fall asleep on the couch, and it'd wake you up, and you hear the next one like, "I should go to bed." And they're like, And then all of a sudden there'd be a story about Deion Sanders, and you'd watch it again, and then fall back asleep, and then you'd get woken up, you get to see Deion's story again, and it was great. That was what they did. That part of TV has been lost, sadly. We're just like, you can wake up to a random. I was breathing heavy there.
You were.
Just wake up to a random. I'm excited about Sports Center.
Excited about Sports Center.
Sports Center is the greatest theme ever. It's amazing.
I liked it when I heard it. It was familiar. I just couldn't put my finger on it.
Well, that's our top 5 opening themes. If you guys got other ones, send it in. Please reach out to us. Like, reach out to make a list with your fan. Like, make a list. If you live with someone, make a list to get, like, have you both make a list and send it to us.
Yeah.
Like Randu has a wife. Randy, I want to know your top 5 and I want to know your wife's top 5. Please. Things like that. Other people. Mario. Same for you. I want your wife's top 5. It's going to be so fucking different than ours.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
she's young.
Your guys are younger than us and, like, grew up on different shit. I want to hear your top 5.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So
maybe you'll surprise us and throw like a Rugrats in, and we'll be like, "Holy shit, you know shit!"
That was in my mix. I thought about it.
That was awesome.
That Doug. There's some things. Here's some. Oh yeah, honorable mentions. You got any honorable mentions? Quick, Tara.
I have too many. But I'll throw a couple.
Like a couple.
Golden Girls, love it.
Sure.
Thank you for being a friend.
Brady Bunch.
I mean, that's just kind of iconic, like the Brady Bunch.
The iconic ones like Brady Bunch. They're not really technically my favorites. Simpsons. Yep.
I mean, that was always fun. Like, what are they writing and what are they going to do at the grocery store?
Well, a couple, I think Miranda might have mentioned some of these, but I really like a new iconic one is Succession has an amazing opening credits. It's very, very good. The Sopranos I mentioned earlier. Again, a lot of stuff on HBO has awesome opening credits. Ren and Stimpy. Weeds did have a good one. Yes, Weeds had
very good.
Weeds was like one. Weeds did the same thing that The Wire did, where they changed it every year.
Mm-hmm. South Park, classic. You're right. Those are good ones. All right. Emails. All right.
Dear Melon Fighters, Tara, how do we get? It's called Drew Won't Watch Mulan. Tara, how do we get Drew to watch Mulan? I really think he'd like it, and he's lame for being too cool for it.
That's on your list to do this week. Watch Mulan.
I don't do that.
You do that to me, so why can't I do? That's your thing now too.
No.
Yes.
No, because
we got Disney Plus.
All right, fuck it. Fine. Quick honorable mention of cool guy. She forgot last time. Penny Lane from Almost Famous is a cool guy. I would say that, and then I Tara, think I'm going to redo my cool guy list, a new top 5 cool guy list. Because I don't think we did it right. I want the real cool guys, the Johnny Castles of the world. I forgot. She said one to me like, yeah. I'll just say Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused, ultimate cool guy. Also from Almost Famous, the rocker from it. I can't think of his name.
Or the guy from Point Break, Bodie.
Yeah. Yes. Anything. Honestly, anything.
All right.
That Patrick Swayze was.
Yeah.
She says, I know I came up with the top 5 for the week already, but it was hard. Her top 5, Game of Thrones was her number 5. Okay. She didn't. Succession was number 4. Again, we talked about both. These are great. Friends was number 3. I thought it would be higher, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I thought that would be your number 1.
Pachinko is number 2, which really surprised me, made her top 5 list already. Pachinko is a show that is on Apple TV, and it's like a Korean show, and it does have an awesome opening credits. Great show. I think I talked about it early on in this pod, but Pachinko is a cool show. And her number 1 is Sopranos. She gets like wildly wet for the Sopranos theme song. And then honorable mentions: White Lotus this season didn't make it because it's only a couple episodes, but it's a close call. Fresh Prince. It's a good one. And then Mad Men, also a very good one. Good list. She gave us one quick Marry, Fuck, Kill Christmas cartoon. Marry, Fuck, Kill Christmas cartoons. Oh, wow. I like this. Ooh. Marry, Fuck, Kill Christmas cartoons. Marry, Fuck, Kill. Mute it next time. Marry, Fuck, Kill Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, and the Grinch. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I guess... I'm going to say I would kill the Grinch. I don't give a fuck about the Grinch. I don't. He's fine. I'd fuck Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Not the deer, but that's the one I'd fuck. Just because I think that it's the most like No, I lie. Frosty the Snowman, I fuck because it's a fun time. It's just a fun time, but it doesn't. It melts. It melts away. It's fleeting. And Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is awesome. Like all the side characters are so fucking funny. That's who I marry. It's a beautiful thing. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I was taking it as the actual things, not the
All right, let's hear
movie.
it. Who you marrying, fucking, and killing? Rudolph, Frosty, or the Grinch? Which makes sense for you. That's good.
Rudolph is who I'm killing because he's just a little whiny bitch the
That's
entire
fair.
time. And it's
That's
like, I don't
fair.
want to be around you.
Yep.
The Grinch is who I'd F.
Because he choked you probably.
Because he might be a little, kinky.
Just say it, he'd choke you.
He'd choke.
He'd be rough with you.
He'd be rough. And then Frosty, he's just like a nice guy.
Yeah.
But you know what? He does melt away. So he would protect me. He melts, so he'll give me, yeah, exactly. He'll give me some space when I need it. And then he comes back when I need him.
Say he'll protect you.
He'll protect me. He's Frosty.
All right, hold on. We have like no time left here.
Okay.
Cool guy. It's from Jeannie Mellon.
Okay.
Jack Black's always cool, she said. I agree with that. Especially in School of Rock, though.
Mm-hmm.
And Shallow Hal. He's kind of a dick in Shallow. No, he's pretty shallow in Shallow Hal.
But then he becomes not.
He does become cool. Super cool guy. He's a super cool guy, and he reminds me of me. Yeah. So, and then she also said, she at the very bottom. There's she has 3 emails all in one. Dewey, Finn, and Hal. She got their names.
Okay.
She wanted to make sure she knew their names.
Oh.
And then she said St. Nick's Eve is 12/5, which is today.
Mm-hmm.
And you have surprise the next morning on 12/6 from St. Nick's on St. Nicholas Day. So that's what St. Nick's Day is.
Mm-hmm.
So nice little email there from Jeannie.
They were Mom and Dad both thought Pauly Shore was a terrible number 1.
Well, they didn't get it. He was cool.
Mm-mm.
Whatever. We don't have time for a grievance unless you be really fast.
Just the dry weather because my lips are very dry and painful and cracking.
What's worse than having dry lips and not having any chapstick around?
Yeah.
What's worse?
Is
there anything worse?
No. That was
It's
me at
hell.
work on Friday. I was like, I hate my life right now.
And you were by a Quick Trip. It was so close to you.
I know.
You were so close. You couldn't get someone to get it for you.
No.
Should have texted Jeannie. She would have brought it to you.
I know.
Yeah, that's a good one. Dry weather, no chapstick. Mine is no chapstick. I've been bad. Sometimes I'm really good about having chapstick nearby. Sometimes I'm real bad. I haven't had dry lips in a while though. I just fucking excuse me. I just probably fucking jinxed that though.
I have
all right.
Bleeding lips.
Nice. Hey Tara, have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Melon
fights.
Melon fights. Bye.
Bye.